All right, Shalom. Before we get started, we want to give all praises
unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Yahawah being the true name of the Heavenly Father. YAHWASHI being the true name of His only begotten Son. Also want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and blessings and salutations unto the elect of YAHWAH, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And blessings and salutations unto you, Akim, out there enduring this truth across the four corners of the earth, as well as you men and women that follow, and those who might look like the other nation, but are of the nation of Israel on your father's side by blood. And we're going to just do a quick lesson dealing with an article titled Pope to Hold Press Conference on Aliens and Supernatural, and People Are Confused. It says the last time the Vatican held a press conference about aliens and supernatural phenomena was in February 1978. But what would tomorrow's event mean for the Pope? So, Lord's will, I can actually tune into it. I forget exactly what time it was going to be, but it might have said 12 Eastern. I don't know. I had to double check in the article. But I will put the article in the description box. If y'all hot, we can plug that fan up. Just leave that up to y'all.
All good.
Okay, got it. And we're not going to read the whole article, just get a couple paragraphs out of the article. But before we get that, we're going to start out with this right here.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, which is beautiful, because this is in the 9th chapter. When you read, you know, I don't know exactly where it starts. It might have been like 4 or 5, but the Lord was giving Ezra's visions, you know what I'm saying? And he was fasting, and the Lord was allowed the angel to interpret it for him and all of that, right? So he was seeing a lot of things that was going to happen in the end times, that was going to happen in his near future, and it's going to happen in our future, which now is our present, right? And like he said, measure the times diligently in itself, right? Which is very important. Can we get 2nd Ezra 4 and 37?
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 and verse 37.
Just dealing with the measurement of times and why it's important. Go ahead.
By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Until the said measure be fulfilled. You know, there go your painting you like so much. You see what I'm saying?
It's I think it's cool, bro.
Okay, my bad. And do say lilies. Lily is you know, the Lord's favorite. I go with it off of that. You know. But like it said, you know, these things is in measurements. It's set in numbers, and the Lord is not going to move anything at all. But Esau does that. Right, Esau does. He'll have a plan where he planned on doing this. Because remember, years back, IUIC was, you know, talking about how, you know, it's June quote, pretty much. It's June. Because one of them years, I can't remember what year it was, but they was talking about bringing out, you know, RFID chips and things of that nature, something to that effect. And it was June at that time, and he like, well, it's June, ain't nothing happened, you know, y'all, you know, it's good for this and that and that and this. Well, now fast forward to 2024, and these times, they're, like I told a brother the other day, they're comfortably talking about chip implants, man. All right? Mm-hmm. Comfortably, and gradually going to digital currencies, okay? Going away from the coins, going away from the dollars, all right? You're going to be currency pretty much. And what I mean by that is because they're trying to put something in your body that would allow you to scan your body to make payments, to be tracked, and so on and so forth. But I don't want to get too far into that. But with that happening comfortably, you got to measure the time to know what times we are in. Yep. This is the very same time where the Lord is going to visit the earth. That's why they're seeing more and more chariot sightings. And chariots are being more visible and more known of due to the fact that everybody pretty much has and own a camera, right? Yeah. Everybody has a camera. You be having people in other countries with cameras, Peru and what else? Man, what place was that? I can't remember. But even in Mexico, all of these different places, all right, where they be getting, so it's all over the world, especially here in the United States. Yeah. All right, the house of the thief. I know the brother that got that precept. If you want to grab that real quick.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5 and verse 4. It says, I will bring it forth, said the Lord Yahawah of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
Yeah, and that is, the thief is Esau, man, because of what the scriptures speak about him not leaving any grapes for the gatherers. He's going to take everything. He's going to steal everything. He's going to convince you to give him everything unjustly. And by that, I mean, he'll make a treaty with you or give you a contract, but you better read that fine print, because you're making a deal with the devil. You know, making a deal with the devil. So the Lord's going to have these chariots enter into the house. That's why I remember Elder Yashawama did a lesson a while back, and the United States, they get the most UFO sightings or UAP sightings, however you want to put it. This is the house of the thief, man. All right. What did it say? What did it say? The wicked one or the devil cometh not, but to steal, to kill and destroy. Is that not E's MO? Do not he go all throughout the earth doing that? Stealing land, stealing people?
The thief coming out.
The thief, yep, okay, the thief coming out, you know? Drone attacks, all right? Creating a war, creating a problem to bring the reaction so he can give you the solution.
Yep. And
destroying every fucking thing.
Yep.
The air, the food, the GMOs, and you got to deal with, here it is, there was a whole so-called pandemic. Damn, I don't even know if we can say that. And he gave you the solution to it. And here it is, people are being deleted all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm. The solution's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. The solution, a solution is to solve a problem, but you give a problem to a problem, you know? But you're dealing with the devil, so that's what happens, all right? So let's get that article in there.
Okay, so get into this article. It says, the Vatican has announced that it is set to hold a press conference on supernatural phenomena tomorrow, and it will touch on aliens and how it will deal with potential encounters in the future.
Now, when we hear of aliens, we think of these movies that we've seen. Different creatures, big heads, big eyes, or superhuman strength, or, well, I guess extraterrestrial strength, if you will. You know, because I guess they're not human. Coming to take resources, coming to consume the planet because they need to survive, whatever. It's automatic war. You know, pretty much how these movies make it seem. I ain't seen no peaceful aliens. In one movie, the movie Knowing, which is a pretty dope movie. It got Nicolas Cage in it. And pretty much the world was coming to the end by what? By fire. But there was these 4 men, and you know they got it out the scriptures, because the scriptures, Raphael said, I am Raphael, one of the 7 archangels, you know, but it is out of those, I think out of those 7 is 4. Don't quote me on that, you know, but with, you know, nonetheless, in the movie, it was like 4 guys, and they was pretty much, you know, taking kids, but letting the parents know, like, hey, this has to happen, because we about to take these kids and take them to another planet so they can continue your civilization, because the earth is about to be destroyed by, I think it was a solar wave or something to that effect. But nonetheless, it was fire, and that's what's going to happen in reality, except for it's going to be by Third World War and nuclear capability. All right. But like I said, you know, there's no aliens. Now, UFOs, UAPs, flying objects that y'all see, those are real, and the Bible speaks about them. Those are the chariots of the Heavenly Father, also known as the clouds, also known as a whirlwind at times, also known as a flying roll at times, you know? All right? Also known as a huge mountain, okay? They have different names, but nonetheless, they are real, right? You can find old paintings that have them in them. You know, you got to remember, this society we in, they keep you going by dumbing you down. They ain't gonna give you the real history and the actual history. All right, that's why certain libraries, they got security out of this world, because it's information that they don't want you to get, because they'll be exposed. If you're gonna lie to the whole world, you gotta know the truth.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep.
So the fact that they talking about aliens and supernatural phenomena, you're gonna see some of that things. Yeah, creatures you ain't never seen. You remind me of the movie Pacific Rim. These creatures came from the depths of the sea, and they was huge to where they had to build fucking robots to fight against them. You know, now they out there with a ghetto Megazord from the Power Rangers fighting monsters and creatures the size of skyscrapers. All right, but we know the scriptures speak about Leviathan. That's a supernatural phenomenon, because only the Heavenly Father can kill him.
Yep.
So when the Lord released the Kraken, so to speak, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop him, man. All right, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop him. Go ahead, you get the next precept, next paragraph.
So skimming through some, it says the move to hold the press conference has caused ripples in the alien community, as one like this hasn't been held since February 1978.
Yeah, 1978. So you talking what?
It's like
40? No, that's
like 46.
46.
Yeah,
46 years ago. You know, but yeah, of course, it's rippling the alien community, because they believe in aliens or have seen UFOs, but they don't know what's in them. Well, the angels are in them. All right, that's what the angels drive.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Ezekiel tell you about that, how they fly, because when you had whatever, they came up with some space task force, and some of the naval document that was coming out was saying that these objects move like never before. They turn like no object they seen before, and that's exactly what the scriptures speak about. Said they go to and fro, you know, left and right. They don't gotta turn. You see jets gotta go up, do that, or turn around and do that. No, these, if Cherry want to go straight, it's gonna go straight, and if it want to go this way, at the drop of a dime, it's gonna go that way. All right, if it want to just disappear, it's going to do that. If it want to go into water, it's going to do that. If it want to change size, it's going to do that.
Warp speed.
But Esau think he can compete with the Lord's technology, so to speak, because he has flying objects, airplanes and jets and helicopters. What's them? Drones.
Yeah.
You know, all of them. You're going to lose, buddy. You are going to lose, man. I mean, you know, hey, for fun, I was going to get the story about what the angels did to Heliodorus and Maccabees, man. But that's the type of power that they have. And the reason, I like that story more for the reason why they did it. Well, two reasons why I like that story. The main reason is why they did it, because he took his stupid ass in the temple thinking he was hot shit, trying to take our possessions. It shows you how protective the Lord is, because he sent his angels to get at him. Now, the second thing I like about that story is that they actually prayed to the Heavenly Father to give his life back. And the Lord did it, because it would have started a whole bunch of stuff. And what he said with the king when he went back is like, look, man, don't even send your worst enemy over there. This dude got his ass whipped to the point where he look. No, he did. He said that if you have anybody you don't like, you have anybody you don't like, that could be a judgment. You know, somebody can get caught stealing. All right, now since you want to steal, I need you to go steal out of the temple of the Lord. And the angels come whoop that ass again. So this is the type of power, supernatural phenomena you're going to be seeing, man. All right, that's the type of things that are going to be going on. Okay, because we're about to get a Second Ezra, the 13th chapter. I'm gonna have you read that, and it's gonna show you the power, all right, of these vehicles, man, these chariots. You know, look at this shit. It's not gonna look like this. You're not gonna see shit looking like this, man. You're not gonna see that. You know.
Yeah, that's the narrative
That's a
he
depiction. Yeah, exactly. That he created, so he can instill fear in you. Because, hey, brother put me on, and I completely forgot about that precept. And man, about the Second Ezra 5, the strangeness of our salvation. You know.
You want me to finish this paragraph?
Yep, go ahead, finish that one.
So it says, however, according to the National Catholic Reporter, it is being done so after a surge in reporting of aliens and supernatural phenomena from mainstream media.
Now that's what you have. That's what you have right there. A surge of reports. So more people are starting to see this. So you can't hide it as much as you used to. So of course you got to address the situation. Right? And guess what? Y'all going to continue to address the situation. All right? And the believers are going to believe. I'm going to put it like this. The elect is going to look forward to it. The believers is going to believe it. And that, I mean, the ones who ain't in the fold and they just believe in aliens, you know. And then you got the ones who just not going to believe until they see it.
Skeptic.
You know, I'll believe it when I see it, motherfuckers.
Right.
So that's what you're going to have. But we're here to tell you through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, you should believe it because they're real. You know, I've seen them. This brother, he caught a beautiful picture. He went out right outside the crib one day, and it was like probably like 15 of them or something that just flew right past, man. All right? When I moved in this very house, and I was skeptical about moving in this house, you know. But the day I moved in, I went out to the car to grab something, and the chariot like flew right over the house. I don't mean like this is my house and it's right here to where I can take a close-up picture, but it was up in the air, but it was lower than usual. It was lower than stars, but it was about where the helicopters be, and it flew slowly over my house. And then after it passed my house and it started going east, that was the most beautiful part, you know. It started going east and it started fading away. Remember that time we was outside the job?
I do remember.
And I was like, man, I just seen a chariot. You missed it. It disappeared.
Then it reappeared.
And then it reappeared, bro. Like, so you don't got to believe it. But the Lord is still going to follow through with his plan, because he got a plan to expose this place and bring judgment on this place.
I found that video too. You called it too. Man, that's
man, yeah.
Like, look, man.
Like, you know?
Yeah, it's like
And it's up to them if they want to believe it or not. But what is it, people? There's some balloons. Yeah, balloons flying in a straight line.
Yeah.
And then disappear from the same height that they was just moving at. Like, come on, man. But was it another paragraph?
Oh yeah, there's one more. There's one more. I wasn't sure if you wanted it after
let me
the second.
You know, if I may, you know, that's like the brother had mentioned earlier. You know, in order to
go.
Like in order to tell a lie, you must know the truth. And the thing is, Esau Edom for a long time has known that these chariots are real, because why would Reagan come out and say what he said? You know, if there was some type of outside force, we would put our differences to the side and pretty much go to war with them.
And why you think he said that? Because of 2nd Ezra 13, right? The Lord put the spirit on him to say that, man. Because they're going to have to do that, because it's written in the scriptures.
Is it in 2nd Ezra 13 or in Revelation where it says they will be afraid and yet there's fight?
Read from the top.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
It's in here.
Oh, it's in there? Okay, kind of.
Yep.
This is 2nd Ezra 13, verse 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
Yep, the thousands of heaven. Now, let me get this real quick. Let me grab this. This is Psalm 68 and 17. It says, the chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai in the holy place. There you go. Thousands of angels, bro. All right, go ahead.
It says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld.
Yeah, like the earth, yep, gone, yep. Some hot heat, you know. Think of some hotter volcanoes when they erupt and that lava come out. Everything in its path get burnt up, man. All right, go ahead.
Says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Yeah, that's the different armies. Okay, that's the different armies that's going to come against the Lord and the angels, man. All right.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
They was sore afraid, but yet durst fight. Why? Because, like I said, I would have seen where he brought this mountain from, but I couldn't see. That's because it's going to be so huge and so massive. Right? You're going to be looking this way, that way, and it's just going to be all darkness. All you're going to see is that chariot, man. All right?
The
fathership. Yeah, the fathership. Because, you know, this society try to bring all of the mother and mother nature and the mothership, and nah, it's the fathership.
That's right.
All right?
It says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Yep, it kind of remind me of was that the gun off the Ghostbusters? Theirs kind of do that because it actually shows like a stream and shows
like wind, like a tornado.
Yeah, like extra energy around it. But if that don't help you, the movie War of the Worlds, how you know the so-called aliens came and they was zapping people and they was turning into. Did we get to that part yet?
No.
Okay, well I ain't gonna say it yet, man.
It says verse 11, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke.
There you go, dust and smell of smoke, man. And that's exactly what was happening in that movie. They was completely turned into a pile of dust.
Yep.
To the point Tom Cruise running through the streets. And people just get turned into dust, but all he knows is I gotta get home to my kids. And he get in the bathroom, he look in the mirror, his face is all ashy and dusty. And then he realized, like, this is people bones on my face, you know?
Yeah.
But that's what was happening to them, man. And like, where do you think they got the concept from in that movie? They got it from the scriptures.
Don't they say like most movie directors, they study the Bible before they do create certain narratives. They get ideas from the scriptures, you know. So, you know, just to compliment what the brother said, it says when I saw this, I was afraid. No, that's
kind. Yep. Yeah, because that's a hell of a sight to see, man. You know, but that's Lord willing, we on the Heavenly Father's side, so we're gonna love to see that, because we're gonna understand that it's the judgment of the Lord that has to happen, man. All right, I did want to grab this. What you got?
I'm holding the strangers of salvation I was talking about.
Okay, hold that. You grab 2 Kings 6 and 16, Baba Koshai. Then we'll bring that out and close it out.
Okay.
2 Kings 6 and verse 16. It says, and he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord Yahawah, I pray thee.
God, this is one of my favorite, bro. It's one of my favorite. Go ahead.
And Elisha prayed and said, Lord Yahawah, I pray thee, open his eyes that he may see.
Yep. Yeah, open his eyes. It's not that he was blind, right? Because you had another situation dealing with this, with somebody opening their eyes when they couldn't see a heavenly angel, you know, which that was with Balaam or Balaam, all right, in the donkey, the ass.
Yeah.
The donkey could see him, you know, but Balaam, I believe it was Balaam, he couldn't see him, so he get mad at the donkey, like, hey man, let's go, like, what the hell you doing? And he's laid down, and then he got mad and he hit the donkey, and then the angel, you know, then his eyes was open and he seen an angel. But I'm gonna let him finish this as well.
Okay, it says,
who the hell just called me?
And the Lord Yahawah opened the eyes of the young man, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
Horses and chariots of fire. Them chariots of fire is the angels, right? Those are the angels. Okay. Where does let me see, chariot. I think it's in Kings. First Kings. Gotta put that A in there.
Did you want 18 or you just want this?
If 18 go with it, I'm not sure.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
It's not coming up. Oh no, here we go. Yep, this Second Kings. Nah, that's not it either. Okay, I'm just. I know it's in there. Gotta be like First Kings maybe. If I can't find it, we'll just move on. Yeah, we'll move along. But that's what happened is, so what that shows you is at times, these chariots, I ain't gonna say can be, they are actually in the air. We just can't see them because the Lord don't open our eyes to them. You know, and I'm not gonna tell which brothers it was, but I've heard from a couple brothers the same story, that when they was younger, they seen a chariot the size of a football field riding in a car with family members, and all of them looked that direction, but only they was able to see it, and their other family members wasn't able to see it. So it goes to show you, and I truly believe it because the scriptures just said that he could see it. He's like, hey, don't even trip, man. It's more of us than it is of them. And then he asked the Lord to open his eyes, and he opened his eyes. And then he could see the chariots, right? So best believe they about roundabout, you know, they just in a different dimension to be, you know, forward about it, all right? And that's how they just be disappearing from them jets, because the jets can't do that, you know? All right. So got that. Yep. We'll go ahead and end it on that, brother.
God, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 2. It says, when they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear.
Yep. Didn't say they was afraid but durst fight. Right.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Because some people didn't believe. You know, some people didn't believe in the chariots, or some people was hoping that it wasn't real.
So far beyond all that they looked for.
Because this society has taught us that all of these things can't be possible. I would put it like this. They give you the option to believe or not, you know. Now they've been having to come out with reports as of, what was that, like 2021, I believe, when they really started admitting that they had encounters with, what do they call them now? What was this aerial phenomena?
Kind of
unidentified aerial phenomena. You know, for whatever reason, I gotta look up why they switch from UFOs or whatever. But yeah, that's what happens. You know, they taught us to believe that that's not real and that's not possible, right? Here it is. You can have an airplane, but the Lord can't have a flying object that can outdo yours, you know? So when we tell people about it, like, wait, what? When I first came in, I told somebody, and I probably shouldn't have, but when you first come in, you try to tell everybody everything anyway. They're like, so you said aliens gonna come down and save us from nuclear missiles? I was like, that is not what I said. That is not what I said. But, you know, they laughed at me. You know, they laughed at me, and shit. Years later, I'm still seeing them, and I can't wait till they see them, because when they gonna have to put it on the news eventually, you know. And if it ain't gonna be on the news, it's just gonna be in person. Everybody gonna know. You know, when them angels show up, shit, regardless.
That switch from UFO to UAP was basically for them to like make it a more broader
Makes sense.
term, and to basically get rid of the stigma from the term UFO.
Makes sense.
To make it more like professional, I guess.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, the Lord gonna professionally judge this place. Is that it to that? It's more. Should be more than that.
Oh well, come on here. Back in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 3, it says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach.
Yeah, because they don't expect the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Native Americans, for one, to be telling the truth, and two, to be able to ones to receive salvation. Now you will see, so you will have people being beamed up that look like the other nations, but nonetheless, the ones who they know for sure that was just a so-called nigga on the corner teaching the Bible, they gonna feel some type of way. You know, but that's cool, because if it's the Lord's will, we gonna go up and the missiles gonna be coming down. So you ain't gonna have to worry too much about, what did it say? Repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. You ain't gonna have to be too, it ain't gonna be long before you at peace.
That weeping and gnashing of teeth. It says, we fools encounter his life madness and his end to be without honor.
Exactly. In Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter, tell you about that as well, because they feel like because we are who we are and they're dirty and we're clean, and they as it said in Wisdom of Solomon 2, they're contrary to our ways and we upbraid them with the law. That's what happened to was that oh man, was that John the Baptist, I believe, when he told the king, he like, look, and that wife of yours ain't even your wife. You committed adultery.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So he wanted to get at him after that, to where he found the opportunity for him to be beheaded. All right. So, hey, go ahead.
It says, how is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints?
Yeah, because the saints and the children of the Most High is the ones who are going to receive that salvation. This ain't no Gentiles in the sense of the other nations. No, everyone that's going to be received up into those clouds, right? That's another precept we could have brought out. 1 Corinthians 15, being changed in the twinkling of an eye. Yeah. This corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality, man. All right? There's going to be a whole change, because when we enter into those ships, we're going to need different bodies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right? This flesh should not inherit the heavens, man. All right? The kingdom of heaven. So we're going to be changed through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, if it be of his will, and we're able to be of his elect, man. Exactly. Yeah, anything else? Y'all good?
Yeah, good.
Hey, so with that, Lord willing, you was edified, and Lord willing, we allowed to endure to the end. And once again, we want to give all praises unto
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH.
Shalom.
Shalom.